year one, you weren't conforming, right? You were, just, you had your feet dug in and you were not budging on, following authority and things like that. Eventually, 2 years later, you graduated the program. At some point, you had to conform, right?
Yes, I had to.
So walk us through what changes took place for you to start to conform and end up, graduating. And then I would really love to get into if you feel like you came out of that a better person or, just their version of that better person.
So one of the coolest things about being in there was the books. We had a library and we were allowed to check out 2 books a week, every week. So I read 2 books a week, every week for 3 years straight.
Wow.
One of the books had to be a self-help book and one of the books had to be a regular nonfiction or fiction book. So I was reading a lot of self-help books. And
300 books.
And eventually I got to God with the books. And I asked my mom to send me a Bible because they didn't have one in the library. And she sent me a Bible. And I started reading this Bible. And it was the only book we were allowed to have in the dorms. So I could read my Bible in bed before they closed the lights off and stuff. So I started praying before every meal. I started praying every morning, every night. Because after a year of being there, I realized, okay, I need to make some changes here because she's not taking me home. Mm-hmm. And that, you could see in my journals what a difference it was going from before I started the Bible and praying to then. Mm-hmm. And there were good entries. I was having good days and things.
Whereas before that, no good days,
darkness,
really.
just darkness, And then I discovered God, and it was beautiful. And I was okay for a period of time there. And then my grandma died, and they gave me the choice of either, okay, here, I'm going to give you 15 minutes to sit in this room and cry, and then you have to pull yourself together and be the leader, set an example. Or you can continue crying hysterically, and you're going to lose your level, and you're going to have to go backwards.
Wow.
So I had the choice right then and there to choose not to grieve and choose not to feel. And I turned into a robot, mm-hmm. and I couldn't feel anymore. And I abandoned God. I stopped praying. I put the Bible away, and I felt like God just betrayed me. He thought he abandoned me, and he left me, and I kind of lost it. And I realized one day what was going on. I was looking around, and I was like, oh, I get it. We're dead. We died, and we went to hell, and that's where we are. It makes sense now. And my mom had to sign me up for therapy, and I started going to therapy.
This is outside of the program, or this is inside? So inside the program, you could still get therapy.
Yes, your parents could pay way extra and sign you up for a therapist. They had a therapy center in there.
That was, ran by the same group that was
trying to break you down. Yeah, but they weren't affiliated. They were subcontracted out or whatever. They really didn't know much about the program.
Okay.
But I lost it. I had a whole existential crisis at age 15. And got very suicidal again, got very dark. The suicide has been part of my story throughout all of that, before that, during it, afterwards. It was dark.